guys are like, oh, I like it to be like more organic feeling. It's a transaction. Like as much as you want to go around it.
Organic costs extra.
Yeah, literally. That's a whole nother add-on, babe. You didn't get that package.
That's an extra fetish.
Literally. I don't have that fetish, sir. Sorry.
I don't offer organic.
Yes.
This is
all GMOs. Sorry.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I feel like with this industry, because like mostly it's been dancers, so to have somebody new that isn't a dancer and like more of like a freelance type of vibe, I'm excited to like talk to you about this.
Yeah, definitely a little different.
Yeah,
but same.
You dance, you do atmosphere, which I feel like a lot of people don't even really understand like what that is. Do you want to?
Yeah, so atmosphere is basically just paying for your atmosphere, like to be fun, to party, to drink, to look nice
parties,
at an event.
It's like events.
Yeah, it could be like for anything. It could be like if you're hired to dress up as an outfit, that's atmosphere basically. Like hourly pay for just kind of being there, not necessarily a job description, just
and
kind
tips.
of being at an event. Yeah, and getting tipped and whatever. And just basically being a good time. Basically, I think it's more beneficial for guys to do that over going to a club and paying thousands of dollars because you barely talk to a girl.
Bitch, are you lost? I'm just kidding. Fine. You're fine.
I mean, like a hip hop club, not like a strip club. Oh my god, a strip club. Oh my god, a strip club.
Hit up your local strip club. Yeah, no. Okay, so I mean,
I'm gonna cut that out.
People like. I feel like on Instagram, you look at people and you're like, how does this person have money? And they're never at work. They don't have a job. When you see girls doing it, that's what it is. It's a vibe. Like, I feel like LA, it's so much who you know. And it's easier to find work amongst women. Like, there's so many, like, networks that we have.
Amongst
and, like,
other girls, amongst friends, amongst people you go out with.
It's really about networking.
Girls that do the same thing as you. Yeah. Girls that know you're down to do whatever. Like, you know, that's where you'll get asked or, like, the opportunity will present itself. And just different crowds of people that you hang out with.
How long have you been doing this?
Since I was 18, but like just doing this, like 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah. Nice. So I was like serving and then doing this
after
work.
What were you doing before?
Yeah, I was like serving at a restaurant and like working at restaurants and doing that kind of stuff. But then I'd get hit up at work to go make like a lot of money. And so I'd always end up leaving from my job because I'm like, oh, that's more money, like better opportunity. And then I would get fired from my job. So then I just did it, like only did that.
I remember like I was working at LA Fitness and I started dancing and I was at LA Fitness dealing with some bullshit. I was like, I gotta go. My baby, I don't have a babysitter for my baby.
No, I'm gonna start telling everyone that I have a baby because girls be like, I have to go with my babysitter, and no one ever gives them any problem.
And they probably don't even have kids.
Yeah, a lot of them don't. Most of them don't.
The audacity.
I feel like all the girls that I know that have kids, their babysitters, they don't have that problem. You know what I mean? Their babysitters ain't leaving. That's the whole gag.
The girls that I know, they're not worried about their kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they have them, they have someone watching them. They're not gonna need to leave in the middle of the night.
Yeah, like you got it together.
Yeah, like
you got it covered.
It's just something that someone will be like, okay, like shut up, like you can go. Like they don't want to hear you complain about that. You feel me?
So how many nights and like times a week are you working?
My schedule's really consistent because it's mostly when I get hit up because usually, unless it's like a planned thing before, it's usually really last minute, which is a good thing and a bad thing because if I don't want to work like a certain night and then I get hit up, it's
like how you gonna turn down the money?
Yeah, exactly. You feel like bad if you don't go, you know?
Or like, oh, they're gonna get someone else and then like that could be your potential like next.
Yeah, but I love when it is planned because then I know because sometimes when I get hit up last minute, I'm like, you have to be drinking and be fun. And
or if you're like laying spread eagle on the sofa, like feeling like a half hour, you're not gonna want to get up and get ready.
Up and get cute and even feel like in the mood to party or like want to drink that night. And like, I mean, you can fake drink and do those kinds of things, but it's a lot harder when you're hanging out at a, you know what I mean? You have to learn how to really do that and know who you're with and know what clients to do that with and what clients to not do that with.
Girl, I need a drink.
Yeah. So speaking of a real one.
Okay, so you've been doing this for a few years. What's the craziest thing that you've like come across?
The craziest thing I've come across is probably guys having like, I wouldn't even say weird, I guess, because everyone's into different things. Yeah. But a lot of really, really rich men are into like
being submissive.
Yeah. Because they're not submissive to anyone in their life. In their
So
business,
they're like, I'm going to pay you to boss me around. And even then they're still in charge. But it's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they feel a little bit like
that is so true though.
less.
Like we were talking like about how the most famous, wealthiest people you could ever imagine are so into being subs. Like, I mean, you have to have your boundaries within yourself. But like, I mean, I've had some pretty crazy like shit asked. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. But what's the like craziest? Like, what about those nights when you come home and you're like, oh my God, I just need to sleep and just forget about everything that happened yesterday?
Cheers. Oh my cheers, sis. Oh my fetishes.
Mm-hmm. Cheers to being fetishized.
Yeah, I don't really even.
No, but I feel like that is where the money is also because like, so we talk about this, like so many girls think that like, oh, my body's not like this. I don't look like this. But the truth is like, your insecurities, the things that you're probably not that into are going to be what like
are going to be
makes
what,
a man.
yeah, makes you stick out more than a girl that you're like admiring.
Yeah.
Over, you know what I mean? Like that client might want what you have more than
what do you think guys go
desiring.
after with you?
I'm like definitely thicker girl. Like I definitely have really big like legs, big butt, like all that. So, and I'm like a white girl. So I think like with the clientele that I get, like I don't get Asian guys that want like a really petite white girl. I get like more like Middle Easterns or
you bitch.
Like,
no,
yeah. Or like just like I don't know, like Asian guys don't really like me as much as like other races.
Me either.
Do. And I think it's because they like really petite girls. Like, and that's like cool. Like a lot of my friends, that's why it works too. I think.
Well, K-Town is like a lot of Asians. How was that for you?
I mean, I honestly, when I was younger, it was really good. But now that I got older and I'm like more thick, then I don't do as well there.
They ain't having it?
Yeah. No, I don't. Not as much as I was when I was younger, but also I was younger. So maybe that was why. Because I feel like when you're younger, a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean?
A trick loves a dummy, no?
Yeah. No, seriously. The more vulnerable and nicer you are, the more you can get taken advantage of. Tricks literally trick you. That's their job. Like, just as much as we trick them, they trick us.
So, you know,
they try to get away with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone, as much as they want to act like they don't want to talk about it, everyone knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So when guys are like, oh, I like it to be like more organic feeling. It's a transaction. Like as much as you want to go around it.
Organic costs extra.
Yeah, literally. That's a whole nother add-on, babe. You didn't get that package.
That's an extra fetish.
Literally. I don't have that fetish, sir. Sorry.
I don't offer organic.
Yes.
This is
all GMOs. Sorry. All natural or all not natural preservatives. Like all that.
Okay, so I'll never forget. I came to your house one day. You were stressed. You were scammed. Like you were legit like you not robbed, but like
scammed so bad, girl. Yeah.
Okay. Cause I feel like now I'm gonna let you finish. But I feel like now women like us, dancers that are just in the industry that capitalize off their femininity and like their looks are targets for scammers.
Big targets.
Such as like I've had guys like, oh, I want to paint a picture of you. And then they're like, oh, but I need your account info.
Or like, I want to make a collage of you. Can you send me like some of your favorite pictures and then your login or something like stupid like that.
And then even now you'll get guys that are like our age with a blocked private profile and like a nice car.
With the
and
rented
it's like,
Lambo in the
picture. And they're all scam. It's all fake and it's all like, there's just so many ways. But what happened?
So a guy messaged me on Instagram and it was my message request. So I like saw it and okay, followers doesn't mean anything because anyone can buy.
The thing is you get a lot of your clientele
off of Instagram.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, like so all my best regulars have literally been from Instagram, which is really weird. And yeah, but I don't really talk on there anymore as much since my account's been deleted. So I don't really mess with that anymore.
How many times has your account been deleted?
3.
Really? And you jump out the window each time, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm like ready to jump off my balcony each time. But No, he messaged me. It was my message request, and like, okay, had like a good amount of followers, but the followers and the pictures, like, they matched up. It wasn't super, because I feel like when I tell this story, sometimes it kind of sounds like, okay, this girl's dumb. So he basically just had a lot of followers, all the things like lined up, whatever. But then he was just like, I want to hang out with you, and I was really hesitant to hang out with him because he seemed sketchy. Like,
Really?
I mean, not sketchy, but at first I was just like, you're a random stranger, and I don't know you, and you're like,
how do you screen guys off Instagram?
So I use like a lot of different apps. I use like Mr. Number. I also use this new one that I downloaded.
I legit have technology coming out for this.
You do?
Yeah, I can't like it's not out yet, but
it's so good because we need something. Because Mr. Number is really good because you can read the reviews and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I was with my friend the other day and she read her reviews and she had a review and it said catfish.
No!
I was like, what man went in there and wrote a review on her? But I don't know. There's a bunch of little like apps like that, like People Finder, like I don't know. Mr. Number works the best for me because I think it's the one most of the girls in the industry use.
Mhm.
So the comments and stuff like that are gonna be from
legit
girls that are also working and stuff like that. But no, I'm excited because we need something new like that.
Yeah.
But this guy basically just offered like me, like was saying like he'd pay to hang out and like whatever, da 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 da. And when I met him at the hotel, I was like, I'll meet you in the lobby and you can like send me money downstairs.
Yeah.
If you're gonna send me money, because he wanted to wire it. He was also from Canada. And of course that weekend it was like 4th of July. So their 4th of July was on Friday and ours was on Monday.
Okay.
So then that meant the banks too would have been delayed. So it was just kind of like they did a really good scam job.
Like he did his research.
He really did. And I even Googled his name and he had like 10 pages on Google's full of articles like Yahoo Finance, Forbes, like all this stuff. I didn't know, like later I found out you can pay for articles, but it seems crazy to pay for 10 pages worth of articles from all different websites and all different things and all saying the same thing and all having the same picture. Is that not weird?
Yeah, it just...
It doesn't make sense.
That's such great links to go through for what? For pussy?
To just hang out with the girls?
Like he had to be doing like... So maybe he was using that for business as well.
Yeah, or something like that. He was definitely scamming a lot of people on that, but I remember during... Like,
remember I posted him?
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone was like, how did this girl think she was getting wired that much money?
You got flamed, girl. But it's a thing.
It is a thing. I mean,
scamming
that was the worst
girls
thing that's ever
like
happened to me. I honestly think that for the amount that he was offering too, it sounds like I got scammed more than I did if I would have just been paid like $30K each day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that crazy. But also if I didn't have to pay the girls out of pocket. But if I hire girls for a gig, I'm going to make sure they get paid.
You have to understand that like people think we're stupid. Like people really think that we're stupid. Like
that's why we get hit up for the scammers and all that stuff. It's like, oh, dumb girls, they know that we make money easily and quickly. So it's like you're automatically going to be a target.
1,000%.
Because
but you also have to like
it.
These people do not take into consideration like you can't scam a scammer.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you can.
Yes.
But
I'm like, it's happened one time. I'm like, never again. But that was crazy. I mean, it was just like such a long length that he went to scam me. So I was like not expecting that. Like he met me in the lobby and like sent me everything and then made me check my information like multiple times and was like, please make sure it's right because I don't want to send this like and waste this like money.
of
like,
course.
So I'm just like, I don't know, but you live and you learn.
So, okay, so wiring. So you'll get hit up. Also, another way that they try is like an older guy will hit you up. All these profiles are private. So like they'll hit you up offering money, whether it's like a young guy, older guy. I feel like there's just like ways, like,
I mean,
it's
also,
your intuition too. You really got to use your intuition. Like, if there's aren't any mutual people following, like, come on, like half of people that follow each other are like seeing people through. Other people.
You will know at least one person, or if they don't follow any celebrity, like nobody. Like that's like weird.
Don't nobody know who you are?
Just literally, I'm like, what do you do on here all day? But I don't know. Some of my best people, like I've said, like have been also random people from Instagram that.
What is like the lifespan of an average customer for you?
My regular, the longest I think I've had one is like 1.5 years of like seeing. The longest like
how often?
Recently was like 7 or 8 months, but I saw him every Friday. So, and he gave me really good money. But he disappeared out of nowhere. They always disappear out of nowhere.
Yeah, because they go to jail.
Or they waste all their money that they were like spending and then they're like,
yeah,
I can't do this anymore. Or they were spending like way beyond their means and then now they're like
broke.
Fuck, I can't see this girl anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, what happened to you? I'm like, at least tell me goodbye. I'm like, there's an exit fee. I'm like, you want to be a regular?
You have to pay to cancel your membership.
Yeah. Oh my God, otherwise we're going to charge your card. Literally.
Have you ever fallen for like a trick or like anyone that like?
No, I've never had, but I fake dated a guy before.
What is fake date?
Like I have basically
As if I don't know. What is fake dating?
Yeah, I'm like, girl, you know. I'm like, I think you've heard of it. Basically he just like we were dating. He would take me out to dinner and like we would hang out and like whatever. But like every time we did anything, he had to pay me and he knew that.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like I was still his girlfriend.
Oh, that's fake dating.
But yeah, but like every time like
I thought that was dating.
Anything, I'm like at least 1,000. Like
yeah.
So, but he thought that was normal. Every
see?
time we did anything like extra, he had to pay. But we were dating, so I don't know.
Were you talking to other guys?
Oh yeah, like
so he was just.
So it was fake. He was a customer, but he thought we were dating. Like I got it after we like stopped talking or whatever. I got a message from him on New Year's, and he was like, "The only thing real this year like was you and me." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "How's this fool not get that you don't? It's not normal to pay your girlfriend every time you touch her." Like I'm confused. But I mean, I wasn't
fake
complaining.
dating is like allowing him to believe
that you're in a relationship with him, basically. Yeah. So it's like a little further than a client because I feel like a client I wouldn't text like all hours of the day or whatever. But
that's yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like someone that you're dating, fake dating.
I'm too fucking mean.
Yeah, see, I have a lot of patience and I can put up with a lot of stupid.
No, I'm mean.
Yeah,
like
I know you won't take bullshit.
Unless you're like a masochist.
You're like, I'm like,
no, like I don't know. My mom's like, maybe you should get hypnotized. Maybe. It's just like you just kind of just get burnt out on just like the same type of guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. And I mean, I don't know. I definitely would need to be like drunk or if I see clients or stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to go to work. Like not a little bit.
This industry's a lot. That's what makes it a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because it really does take over like your life. Like if I don't want to work or something like that, or if I have something to do in the morning, but I get hit up to work a good gig, like I'm gonna go work. But I'm gonna definitely have to like drink or whatever because they want girls that are gonna be fun.
So the next morning you're not gonna be able to like
do
That's
whatever.
what we mean. It's a lifestyle.
It gets in the way of definitely having a normal schedule because if money's good, you're not gonna turn down that gig.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because then what if it's slow the next like 3 days? Yeah. And then you missed your opportunity to work. And then you're like, fuck, I should have went to work that day.
How long do you want to like do this for? You think?
I'm trying to stack my money so that I can eventually like get a little bit out of it. But I mean, what's good about doing what I do, I feel like is like you have a good relation, like a close relationship with a lot of your clients.
Sometimes you just like meet people and that's like you use it like your leverage. Like you meet people that make moves in this industry and like for me I feel like I've had a lot of come ups and wins with what I do in terms of like the technology aspect and stuff like that because these people have like leverage or enough money to like, you know,
help you out. And they just like do other stuff besides just like what we see them as, like partying and stuff
like
that. Like, yeah. Like in their daily lives or whatever.
You think I'm a crackhead? You the crackhead.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you haven't seen crackhead yet? Like literally.
I remember I used to like when I lived downtown, I would be like partying for like 2 days. Like I would go in on, I don't know. I never know what happened to Saturday. Like Saturday would always be gone, but Friday I would like be coming home at like Sunday, 3 p.m, walking back like
no living
like
in downtown.
I just came back to the future status. Like what the hell did I just come from?
No, it really and we're close to everything and everything was happening like
You're
right down the
top
street
of each
from
other.
us. Yeah, so it's not hard to go and like party with your friend. You know what I mean? And you don't feel like you're that far away from home, so you're not like, oh, I feel like I'm so far away. I need to get back or whatever. You know what I mean? You're like down the street.
Yeah.
But
so do you work in Orange County at all?
I do. There's a lot of like, I know there's a lot more work out there, but I just moved back. So I'm kind of starting to get back more into my clientele being over there. Because right now it's all in LA. No.
So now that you're in Orange County, you're out of LA, like in terms of finding clientele and doing all of that, how does that work for you?
Definitely hitting up people that I knew from like before. It definitely helps. And then also just going to like restaurants, knowing friends that work in Orange County and hanging out with them.
Yeah.
A lot of, I mean, there is like work that I know of in OC, but just not as much as LA. And I was living in downtown. So
do they like the same type of like aesthetic in Orange County?
I think it's a little different. Like they're more about like, they have older money. So it's not as much of younger guys. I think in LA, you get a lot of like trapper younger guys that are getting money from, you know what I mean? Whatever, not working too, that kind of thing.
I never, ever work or like like even at the club, like I just don't deal with young guys.
Yeah, because it's more of like they'll flex their money rather
I'm
than
fall in love
spend
with
it all.
them.
Yeah,
No, but like
yeah, you
I
guys
just
gotta date one. That's right.
no. But I just feel like I hate like my age. Like I just like something that I can like. If I feel too close to you, like I don't want to be like. I want to keep it professional. Like I want to keep a business. I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like let your guard down all the way. You can't really mix the two. If
like I don't. Yeah, and I'm such a damn lover girl that I'm like, I just be romanticizing anything half the time. So I just don't. I do not fuck with anyone that I think I could be attracted to.
Like you don't allow yourself to like
I don't
even put yourself in that position to find out kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's best to like, I don't know. It's the best thing to do to avoid the situation.
You've never started feeling anybody?
Not really, because I feel like I always knew what it was going into it.
And plus, I saw the guys.
Yeah, girl. I'm like, there's not a lot to fall for. Like, to be honest with you. And like, also,
you'll very rarely meet like a very handsome guy that's like into that. But I don't know why I always come across that. I hate when people recommend you miss work to hang out with them. Like that will never happen.
So what I would have made at work. That's the first thing they should offer if they're going to ask you to take off work if they know you make money.
Yeah. So he's like, well, why don't you invest in us and take the night off? I'm like, speaking of investing, how about this?
Invest in me, sir.
Pay me for my night, and if I never want to see you again, then I'll have that money. And if I want to go on a second date with you, we're chill. We're good. Because I'm at the point in my life where I would prefer to like actually, not prefer, but like my priority. I'm putting my life, my personal life before money at this point. Like I wouldn't mind meeting somebody. Yeah. So I met this guy, I was interested in him. So if I hit it off with him, fuck it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So we ended up hitting it off and I forgot about the money. And I remember saying, like, if I hit it off with this guy and he doesn't give me the money anyways, fuck him. I don't know why, but I was like, fuck him. So when I ended up leaving, I look in my bag and he slipped the money in there and he left, you know, he gave me the money regardless. Obviously, we went on a few dates after. But like, that really attracted me to him. It was like the initiative of doing that.
Because you didn't have to be told to do it. So that meant that he was already going to do it no matter what. He didn't have to be hassled
I thought that
to
was
do
so
it.
sexy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even about the money. It's about the initiative and being able to deliver it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the principle and it's like following through on your word of what you said you were going to do. And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And for so long, I feel like I was apprehensive, like, because I've been in this industry and I've been able to, you know, receive so much, that when it came to my relationships, I just wanted to always keep it separate. Like I never wanted to be with somebody that was like, I felt uncomfortable being gifted by men that I was dating,
to actually
that
spend
I was
time with.
Yeah. Versus like a customer where I'm like, you need to give me $1,000 if you want to fucking see me today, okay, for lunch. Like, you know, it's just such a difference. So I think like it was really hard for me to like navigate between the two. But I think there's a balance to be found where like, if you don't ever want to feel like you're sacrificing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And I think that that's like upon them to be able to recognize that and then take that. It goes both ways, you know?
As a girl, you need to also know when to turn it on and off. Like when you're hanging out with people that you just want money from, or people that you actually want a relationship with, you cannot approach them the same or it's not going to work at all.
Yeah, no, but I think for me, like, it's also hard because I feel like I have power when it's that aspect, when it's just money. Because I know that it's like
you have the upper
leverage.
hand because you're like the product, basically.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You are the service. Like
I'm the
your
talent.
company. Yeah.
I'm the talent, motherfucker.
So yeah, they don't want to like mess anything up with you. So you kind of do have more like leniency as opposed to someone you're just talking to. Like,
or you're just like emotionally involved. You're just like,
they could be like, I don't like you anymore. And just, you know what I mean? You're not really.
Yeah,
they're not. Neither of you are paying for it, so it's like
that's
it's
like
taken out of the equation.
Yeah, it's like
it's fully like, oh, we're here because we want to be here. Like it's not because like we have to be here. Like whatever, or the time's not up, or like whatever. You know?
Do you think that gets in the way of like you being able to have a connection?
I think definitely, and I think guys look at work a lot differently because I'm not necessarily always in a club setting. Do you know what I mean? So they assume other things that go on that don't go on all the time.
Oh my gosh, Brittany and I were talking about this in the last podcast. Like, if you've never been paid, to be cute or to be there, you just cannot fathom. Yeah,
you don't think it's real, and you just are like, oh, these girls are lying. Like, they're definitely doing extra stuff, and like a lot of girls do extra stuff, but a lot of girls don't. Mm-hmm. So, and a lot of guys don't comprehend that either because guys are like, well, I would never pay a girl just to hang out. Okay, well, you wouldn't because you don't have money like that.
But this is
that's why you wouldn't.
These are not normal women. Like, if
They're not normal guys.
I've
Really.
paid. Okay, so I've spent. Let's see. Let's break it down. 10,000 my teeth, maybe 35,000 because I've had my boobs done a few times. BBL another 12,000. So what are we at now?
I'm like,
like 50,000.
I don't do
yeah.
I'm like,
and then my hair, Botox, everything. I'm walking around like 65, 70,000.
probably more.
So
too,
like I'm gonna expect,
upkeep,
yeah, like
nails.
you're not getting some average girl that you're paying to be around you. You're gonna be paying for somebody that invests in themselves. That's what you're getting.
Yeah, that's
so
like
unless you're
girl that you couldn't really get.
So those are the girls that you're like paying to have around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why they're getting what they're getting.
It's because it's like I don't know. It's like looked at as a higher caliber of like.
Well, it's just
stuff
your
because
return. Like if I didn't make money off of my aesthetic appeal or my looks or my just appeal in general, I probably wouldn't put that much of an emphasis on it.
Yeah, you're not going to put that much money into it because it's not making you money, but it's an investment for us when we are getting these things because it's going to help us make more.
Like if I was a librarian, I would be getting some bomb ass gloves to roll through the pages. Like that's you're gonna put
non-stick, babe.
Yeah, like I'm gonna put my money where my return is.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why women that do this, that's why they're paying for all of that because you're getting a return for it. You're not like.
You're getting definitely like what you are putting into.
Yeah, you're getting a return.
You're getting the same.
But that's why you're able to make that much and not do stuff,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's just how it works.
And I do think it's in LA. I do think it's more LA. And I'm sure like you can probably get that in like
Miami,
yeah. Like,
New York, probably. Like all the bigger cities, I'm sure, but not like, I don't know. Yeah, like New York, Miami.
Yeah.
I would say.
Definitely.
I don't know where else. Texas, maybe? I don't know.
Anywhere
like
the housewives are.
Yeah, literally. Exactly.
I love the housewives.
I know, me too, girl. I'm like, they're starting to film like right now.
For what?
They're starting to like film again like right now.
Oh, my favorite is Miami, but anyways. But yeah, I've never been to Miami.
Really? You've never been to Miami? You've never been to the strip clubs out there, like Booby Trap?
I've never been to Miami.
11? No?
Yeah, I've never been anywhere. The thing is, like, I feel like I've worked my whole entire life.
But you've never wanted to work, like travel for work?
Well, I'm not really like I'm not really the type of dancer. Like I was never really like, oh, I want to work at Crazy Girls. Like I'm like, I'll go like clean up. Like I'll work at the Hood Club and make a shitload of money during the day and then just not go back. Like I'm more low key.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd rather do that too if I work at a club. I'm like,
yeah,
when I have worked at clubs, yeah, it's always the smaller ones.
Yeah. And like even,
that makes sense. More popular for the girls that are working at those.
Yeah,
kind of
I think I'm very analytical when it comes to like making money in this industry. And I think when I was younger, I wasn't. But now I'm like, okay, how am I going to feel after this? Is this going to take from me? And I use that when I like decide. I mean, now I'm more like, honestly, like I feel like my company gets good business doing consulting for companies based off the way I look. But my work speaks for itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but you have to work to back it up too. It's not
just
about your look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks good too, but
yeah,
it's like also legitimate. So.
I think that women in this industry, like if you can create your own business or your own lane, like you're unstoppable because you can do like I look, dress, do whatever I want to do. And I can because I'm the boss and I have the numbers and work to back it up. And I did all that doing what I do. It's like either it's in you or it's not. But women like us, it is in us because look at what we're doing.
Yeah, like we're able to
it's
accumulate
a finesse.
A bunch of, so it's just like
but
knowing
it's
what you do with it after.
And that is half the battle. Like acquiring it and then sustaining it is like a whole other thing.
Different
thing. That's why you see women like, they work so hard to get this car, this apartment, and then they lose it or whatever it may be because it's like the other half is
because the money management and all that stuff is like really gonna eat away at you, especially if you've been doing it since you're young, since you're 18. Like you can start getting money really quick, then it becomes really like
the hard part is saving.
I'm gonna go work again, so I'm gonna go make another $1,000. What if it's a slow day and you walk out with $60? Then what are you gonna do? Yeah, like you're gonna be like, damn, why'd I get lip filler? I was supposed to pay for my car payment. Like you feel me? No,
I love my lip filler.
No, girl. Me too. I'm like, mine are actually going down, but I've definitely done stuff like that before where I've like had something really big to pay and I've like gone to work and I've been like, oh, I had a good night. Like I'm going to go out to eat here and then I'm going to go buy myself this. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to work again. And then like work gets canceled the next day. And then I'm like,
it is. That's how it is.
I'm down bad. Like, you feel me?
DB.
Yeah. I was like up to down bad real quick. It's really really?
Like, have you seen that meme of Northwest? And she's like this, looking at her bank account statement. That is me.
Literally, though.
Like, I spent that. I did that. Oh, fuck, man.
Have you seen that meme that's like, what is it? It's like, imagine selling pussy and like it's not selling. Whenever I have a slow night, I'm like, damn, this is how I feel right now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, Albertsons sold more cupcakes that day.
Damn, I'm like, it's a hard game out here. It's cold.
What season is it? It's cold out here.
Literally, I'm like, when's winter over?
So where are you in Orange County? Like, are you coming back to LA or like?
I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to live now. I mean, I was supposed to get surgery. I was supposed to go to Vive in Tijuana, and I went out there and I gave my blood and whatever, and then they moved my surgery date from November to December. No, January. So 2 months after, and I was like pissed because I wanted to get it right after I moved because I kind of moved over there because my aunt's like was gonna take care of me after my surgery. So that's why. So
that makes sense.
So that's why I was like, oh, I don't want to have to pay rent. Like I might as well. And then they moved it to December or to January.
I always hear stuff about you.
And then in December, I was like trying to message them like, hey, I need to come in and give blood again because it was like another 4 to 6 weeks before because we moved my date. So, and then they just didn't reply to me until 3 days before my surgery. They started calling me and they're like, hey, are you going to come in for your surgery? And I was like, it's not like I can just stop by thing. Like I was going to go under and like,
yeah,
I wanted to like prep before and like have all my stuff like set up. So I didn't hear from them for like a month. And then they messaged me 3 days before my surgery, like, hey, are you going to come in like at 10 a.m.? And I'm like, I didn't think I was still getting surgery. So I just am not going to go to them anymore. But I always hear stuff about them too.
Always.
But I know a lot of girls that have gone there and they look really good. So
let me tell you.
That's why I'm like, I don't know.
I was going to go for my BBL to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you need to have a full tummy tuck. Like a full, literally.
Who were we going to go to? Dr. Guadalajara?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's who I was supposed to go
I went to Dr. Plaza's in Cali, Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you need to gain weight for your BBL. Like, I didn't have enough fat. So those idiots were really going to give me a full tummy tuck and BBL. I don't even have children.
Yeah. So someone said you didn't have enough fat and then they're like, oh, you need a BBL tummy tuck.
Yeah. Like the fuck? So
what are you trying to say?
I don't know. Like, I think my doctor did an amazing job. No, but like, thank you. So I feel like I just like they're like a factory. Vive. It's just like
no, yeah, they didn't even know who I was or like anything, and I'm like, that's kind of sketchy because I've never been under either. So I was kind of like scared to go in another country for the first time, and like
Cali was the worst.
They wanted me to stay at like the whatever what is it?
The recovery?
The recovery home. Yeah. And I heard they go through your bag and like take medicine if you bring like pain medicine and stuff. And I was like, fuck no, I'm not going to be sitting there in pain, like getting massaged. Like what if their pain medicine they give me doesn't work? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I'm
like, I have a tolerance.
When I got my, the tolerance is high over here. When I was in Cali, like the Vicodin that they gave me, I was allergic to.
That's what I'm saying.
So I couldn't take, when I had my BBL, I did not take any pain medication. When I came back, I didn't take any pain medication.
What is wrong
like when
with
I was getting my massages, I would get like,
Are you serious? You never took anything for the massages? They just be going in on you.
He would give me, he's like, you crackhead. He would give me Norcos that he had that were like a year old. And I would be like, because I felt like crunchy.
Girl, yeah, they're like literally feels like they're breaking your bones. I feel like I've only had light bone. Those massages are crazy, so I can't imagine the full thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was giving me because I was allergic, and then when I came back, they're not going to give you painkillers for BBL. You had so he had them, and I would drive to Glendale every day. I'm like, yo,
little fiend. You're like, hey, I'm here.
I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm in the front. I have a massage today.
Yeah, you're like, can you bring one of those down? No, my friend was in Mexico too, and they didn't give her any pain medicine because you buy it separately. So then she just never got any, and then she didn't take any either. And I'm like, how did you guys do that?
You could get them over the counter over there.
Yeah, well, whenever I go to Tulum, I get like a Xanax. So that's why I was like, can't you just go to the store and like buy them?
I'm so scared to just touch any drugs, do anything. Like I won't even like touch a Xanax now because I'm scared of fentanyl.
No, that's why it's scary. Even when I like go with clients like for the atmosphere party gigs and stuff, like
I feel like that is
they're partying, and then I'm like, you can do it first, and I need to see, and then also it's scary because like, what if something happened? You know what I mean? And you're at somewhere like
If
that.
I do
and it
coke,
looks
I will
bad.
be. If I do coke or anything, I will be crying for the next 3 days.
It gives me anxiety so bad. But the only reason why I feel like I'll end up doing it is because I'm like forced to drink with all these guys, and they want you to continue to drink. Like I cannot drink as much as a 40-year-old man. Like I can't. And if I get drunk and I'm sloppy and I need to throw up, then it's like don't invite her back.
Yeah.
If I get too drunk and then I'm crazy,
if you don't drink enough, then you're like, yeah. I mean, that's why like I just hate the industry in terms of like drinking and all that. It's just not.
This is someone off Instagram. That's what I'm saying.
Literally, she just got a DM. Yo, weird question. The show I'm on. Hold on. Can you?
Yeah.
I love how you have Anna Nicole Smith
as my screensaver. Oh, wait. Someone was like, who is that? And I was like, get away from me.
You're like, it's me.
Yeah, I was like, what? Or go to.
I don't need the dick pic.
I know, right? I'm like, oops. It's on my ad.
Okay. So it says, yo, weird question. The show I'm on needs a pole dancer for last minute. Do you know anywhere I could rent one? I just feel like you got friends that would rent a pole or a pole dancer.
So people reach out to me all the time on Instagram, and like a lot of people will be like, well, you're just really open on Instagram. And I feel like, I think yes, but also a lot of the times I'm just posting memes and like, posting really funny stuff. Like I'll put commentary on it kind of, but like
you don't know me.
Yeah, and like any girls could be posting these memes, and I see other girls posting the same type of stuff that I do. I think maybe just because I'm a little more open and like
it's the photos,
goofy.
Yeah.
It's
the ass.
Like,
it's not the memes.
I know. I'm like, I think I'm just funny, and you're like, no, babe. Like they see your pictures.
She's like, I just feel like really everybody loves my personality. I have the best jokes. I'm like, girl, your ass is out.
They're like, do they know where the strippers are? I'm in like pleasers and all my shit.
I don't know why they would think that about you. Wow, what can you do?
Well, cheers to them though. Thank you for thinking of me.
Yeah, let's do a cheers. I'm so excited we did this. Like, remember we were talking about how like, oh, we should do a podcast.
Remember we had our whole little own thing on your phone?
No, well, I wanted to do something for the app, and like for so long, like I've had the app for so long, and like there's like things that we want to add to it, but like to get an investor for TDR is so difficult because it is part of like the sex industry, and like tech is ran by like white men, and like these men have no information and no like respectable regard for the industry, so they don't understand how many women there are in the industry. They don't understand the actual value of what it is that we've developed.
How big of a
like people do not understand. I show people numbers like we had like 100,000 updates where you manually had to push it in 3 weeks all over the world, and like people just don't get it. So we have this entire app that like myself and my developer built from the bottom up, and it's worldwide, and we still can't even get an investor,
which is crazy because if it was any other thing, I'm
sure
there'd be hella people trying to hop on.
Honey, I would not be here. I'd be on a yacht, okay, getting gangbanged. No,
people think it's probably not. JK,
never.
But people think it's too taboo, and I don't understand why. Because especially with OnlyFans being such a big thing right now, like how is you not understanding that this is like evolved? Like that's what I'm saying. There's so many OnlyFans companies. Like I just got signed by like one the other day, but there's so many different ones. And it's such a network thing. Like, why do they not see that as that? Because I feel like a lot of crypto guys try to get involved with like OnlyFans agency work. Do you know what I'm saying? Where those guys kind of follow the same thing. So
I spoke to the owner, the guy that like started OnlyFans, and this was like a few years ago. This was actually before they said that they were going to cut off adult content. And I was like, listen, I have this app, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, listen, if anything, we're trying to get out of the adult industry. He's like, we're trying to be more like pay-per-view, like DVSN, like, you know how they have like the fighting, the boxing, how they were doing all that?
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to get into more. But like, let's be real.
That's not what...
They can't sell on a larger level because the banks won't fuck with it because it's adult entertainment. Like as a dancer, you cannot go into a bank and sign up for a bank account and tell them you're a dancer. They have the right to refuse the bank account to you, even though being a dancer is not illegal. It's a prohibited industry. So I want to have this podcast because I want to be able to like, there's only so many interpretations you can get from a post.
Yeah.
You know, 100%. And I want to have like our community like talk and like
all be on the same page. And yeah.
Exactly. And then also I want to put together like an owners group for TDR of like 500 girls that buy in for like $2,000. And it's just an owners group, and it's going to be worldwide, and anything like the technology for this company, for this app, is applicable to any freelance industry.
Mm-hmm.
So the buyers group is going to own the podcast, the app, the technology, everything. I want to be able to give these women like an opportunity to invest in technology.
Yeah.
Not the entrepreneurs like us.
Yeah.
We're going to own it.
Their own, like literally
Fubu,
girls in their.
bitch. Yeah.
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 And like after you're, like girls that are in your
like,
same industry doing the same
so
thing
then,
as you. So that's who you want to support, not random.
Yeah.
Guys.
So right now we're just trying to
like
sustain.
clients.
Yeah. No, for real though. Like right now we're just trying to sustain to where we can sustain ourselves, and then our investors are going to be ourselves, and we're going to see the return on ourselves because the app has been made by us.
Exactly.
You know, like TDR would not be where it's at if it wasn't the followers, the community itself.
And the actual girls are in the clubs that are like reporting back and like, you know what I mean? It's very
rating, reviewing, like everybody, like even bartenders, whatever it is. Like I really believe in like men feel so entitled to like our bodies. And it's like, you know what?
Because they try to come into our workplace and like bully us and kind of run it, but we run it there and they don't.
And not just that, but like I'm going to allow myself to use my aesthetic appeal to leverage for like, you know, a lot. And like, I just think you're better to embrace it and just write it out. And like, I don't know, the older I get, the more I just really like, I fuck with myself so heavy. Like I really do, to where if somebody doesn't fuck with me, like it's not my loss. I don't care. Like they have nothing to offer me then, you know?
100%.
I feel like I've always been more of like a loner, and then I find my like weirdo friends that like,
I also doesn't talk to anybody. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because I always try to make friends with the girls, and then they're always just like very off-putting, like whatever. Yeah. And I'm not gonna try to beg to be anyone's friend, especially when we're all there at work making money. I'm not trying to babysit and like make you like me. I'm trying to have the clients like me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not my first priority right now, babe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of girls I think that have worked at a certain place for a long time, they expect the newer girls to like cater to them and to the clients, and I'm like, no, that definitely is not. I don't know. And a lot of those girls too are like very just competition. Well, I mean, there's competition with like all girls, but that's why it's hard to make friends with a lot of girls that are.
I don't even think that that's the industry to try to make friends.
It's definitely not. But a lot of the girls, I think from like the lower key gigs, like the underground, like whatever, like the atmosphere gigs, you have to basically be friends with this girl so that girl hits you up for the atmosphere gig before other girls. She can send your pictures for, like make relationships and friendships so that they get picked for work. But I'm like, I'm not going to kiss your ass so that I can go to your job and then kiss your client's ass too. Like, no, I'm kissing everyone's ass for no reason. Like,
friends in LA is like such a tricky thing. Like,
especially if you work out here, girl, like these girls are not your real friends.
And not just that, but like, even if you're not working, like you got girls trying to be your friend so you won't talk to the guy that they like. Or like
they already see that he liked your photo or something, so then they're trying to become friends with you, and then they're gonna bring it up.
Or because they don't like you, they want to be your friend. It's weird shit.
Like, yeah, like they don't want to be on your bad side, but they also don't like you, so they're like, oh, I'm just gonna stay like.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm very like, I don't mind being a loner, and I don't mind people not liking me. Yeah, so I mean, it just is what it is.
For Leos, we don't care.
You're jealous.
Yeah, literally.
You don't like me, you're jealous.
Automatically.
I don't give a fuck why you don't like me. That's what I'm telling myself, because what difference does it make to me?
Exactly. I'm like, I don't really care. At the end of the day, either way. I'm like, it's something though, because no one acts weird for no reason.
Yeah.
People here are weird. It's a lot of hidden
motive. Yeah,
motives.
Ulterior motive. Definitely.
Yeah, so that you don't really ever know what the fuck's going on with people. It's kind of scary.
Until it's too late.
Yeah, literally.
Yikes.
Well,
girl.
Huh? I was like, sips tea.
Sips tea. So what's the most you've ever made in a night?
The most I made was probably like around 8,000.
What'd you do? Anal?
No, like something like that.
Girl, you ain't gotta tell us. We don't care. No, but I mean, how long did that money last you?
See, that's the bad part about making money so quick. I literally need to get better at my money management skills, because I think that when I first started, I was just getting money really fast. So I was always like, oh, there's going to be more coming in. But that money lasted me like, it lasted me a good amount of time. But when you think about it, okay, 8,000, like if I pay rent, which is like what, 3,000, and then I go on a trip, that's like all of it. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's my whole night's work.
Or if you get a surgery or something.
Yeah.
That's like within plus 1 month of rent.
Yeah. The most I was making consistently was like with this guy. He was a boxer. It wasn't Floyd though.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's like, it wasn't Floyd. No. But he was like very like, but he was weird. He was so, but like,
because they have their fetishes and they can afford to pay for their fetishes. So
I remember him being like, so do you want to date me? Like, do you want to like, and I was just like, no. Because I couldn't even respect him as a man. Like, before I knew him, I thought he was like so like, you know, and then after a while I was like, damn, is this even a human being?
Yeah. I mean,
is that bad?
You definitely get to view them in a way that no one else gets to view them too.
But I'm sure it's
opinion.
vice versa. Like, they like, it's, you desensitize, you're desensitized, like, you know?
Yeah, they definitely see us the same type of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why it's like when they get so, I feel like when some clients get really like into stuff, when they start talking about stuff like that, like, do you want to really date me and stuff like that? You're like, are you being for real? Are you not being for real?
Like, where's the line?
Like, are you like stepping outside?
Are you still giving me money?
Yeah, like I'm like, so does that mean no more allowance?
Wait, date? You mean like hang out with you for free? I don't do that.
Exactly. I don't know her.
What do you think I am?
Yeah,
some kind of floozy?
I'm crying. This is in a soup kitchen, babe. I'm sorry. Nothing for free.
This is in a soup kitchen?
Or a petting zoo.
Oh gosh, friend, I had so much fun with you.
Yeah, me too.
We've been talking about this for so long. Like,
I know, and I feel like we like still have like, I don't
No,
know.
we're gonna have a part 2.
Thank you for having me.
You're very likable.
No, girl, I was like reading the comments on it when I was getting ready, and I was like, oh my god, I need to make sure my makeup looks okay, because they just be like talking shit. But everyone does that on TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok
and just Instagram. You know how just people are with like anyone that goes on any.
Like, whenever I post myself on TDR, I don't read the comments about myself because I will be fighting.
That's what I'm saying. People are just disrespectful as fuck. But it's like, they're like, that's everyone.
Well,
so
let's see what the fuck you look like.
Yeah, exactly. But that's like why they're behind a screen. I'm
yeah.
Like, you won't see what they look like.
Have you seen that meme of like, it's like a bed and it's like a 30-ass bed and there's like a stick next to it and it's just like, I can't believe you do that online. I would never wife you up.
Like a gross ass, like,
those are the
space.
people that are gonna be talking shit.
Yeah, it always is them.
Well, thank you guys so much, and this was part 1 because for sure we're gonna have to have a part 2. But okay, well, thank you, friend.